In today's video, we will be discussing a popular TikToker by the name of Ticks and Roses and the tragic downfall of her internet fame, so to say. For the past few days, I've been seeing a video by Sunny V2, and yesterday I decided to give it a watch. And when I was done, I was more than intrigued by this story, which sent me down a rabbit hole of research because I was honestly confused by what I saw.
Against Ticks and Roses. Specifically, they wanted the TikTok account deleted. Take down Ticks and Roses merch and platform read one change.org petition with over 2,000 signatures. This disease is not a joke, and she clearly finds it funny to fake it to gain clicks, followers, and even money. She's been selling merchandise for her own personal gain and fortune. As far as I and many others know, she's been faking Tourettes and many other illnesses, with proof me and others have found. Like I said in the first part, this illness isn't a joke. It's not quirky, it's not a game, it's a terrible disease with no cure, and she's been doing disgusting things to profit off it.
First and foremost, here on Playoffs in Love, we don't condone any harassing of any kind. So if you are here for that, please don't harass her in any way. This video is just speaking my opinion as someone who feels like an outsider sometimes for my own reasons, not pertaining to Tourette's syndrome. Tourette's syndrome, by definition, is a neurological condition that causes unwanted, involuntary muscle movements and sounds known as tics. I personally do not struggle with this, so my opinion on this is just that, an opinion. But I still found what I saw disturbing. The comments that I read pertaining to people who actually struggle with this condition were that of anger and confusion as to why she would make up an entire lie to get fame off the backs of people who actually deal with this condition.
TikToker called Ticks and Roses, who got exposed for faking a mental disorder called Tourette's syndrome for TikTok clout. Now, unlike Ticks and Roses, I actually have Tourette's diagnosed by a medical professional, so let's react to this cringe. Warning, I'm not very good at talking, so some of my sentences will not be coherent.
In my last video, we discussed a YouTuber who may be choosing clout or fame over his personal well-being, and I think here we may have the same thing. Ticks and Roses came out and said that she actually suffered from Huntington's disease. And this is the moment where I saw the floodgates open, per se, with people saying how because she has Huntington's disease that she couldn't have Tourette's. And I'm no medical expert, so I can't speak to the validity of that, but I did find a statement on Google that says Huntington's disease and Tourette's syndrome are two basal ganglia disorders associated not simply with hyperkinetic movements, but also with attentional impairments. Now, what I think she did was intentionally deceive people on her diagnosis to further her career, and that is what I want to discuss. By her doing this, not only did it do damage to her career, but also to the communities of people who struggle with both Huntington's disease and Tourette's. Both communities should feel disrespected because had she just been honest, I do believe she would have received the love she seeks so badly. Huntington's disease, by definition, is a condition that leads to progressive degeneration or nerve cells in the brain that affects movement, cognitive functions, and emotions. I don't want it to be lost that I don't know if she does or doesn't have Huntington's, but if she does, why not just say that? Instead, on Sunny V2, he has a clip where her sister supposedly posts a message to her Reddit stating,
I recently found out about everything going on. I wanted to clear up some misconceptions and share my part. I am Emerald's sister and we grew up together. Although we were raised non-denominational Christian, my mother, who is an amazing woman, and I have always been supportive of Emerald and miss them dearly. We have always accepted them. They cut communication with us. We have tried to reach out, but they no longer wish to have contact with us, and we haven't talked in years. I'm just commenting in hopes of clearing up misinformation. Also, my grandpa does have Huntington's. It's late onset, which means it doesn't show up till late in life. My grandpa is currently suffering from the side effects and is not doing well. It's very sad. My mother has it too, but is not yet showing symptoms, thankfully, and I have not been tested. Lastly, I do not believe Emerald has Tourette's syndrome and never showed any symptoms as a child. They are mentally ill though. I love my sister, I always will, and I wish them the best, but I don't agree with what they have done. It's incredibly disrespectful to fake a mental illness for any reason. I'm extending my sincerest apology to everyone their actions have hurt, although I know it's not my apology to give. I do wish for Emerald's safety. All I ask is respect and privacy for my parents and grandparents. And if you don't believe me, I'm happy to answer any questions you all may have, as long as they're not disrespectful.
And big shout out to Sunny V2. His video is freaking awesome. Now, you just heard, according to her sister, she has neither disease, but who's to say 100%? I really don't know. My point of these videos is that no amount of fame or clout is worth your well-being or the well-being of others. The amount of disrespect that this has shown is beyond comprehension. A lot of topics that are taboo because people often have misinformation or lie, and in this case, someone who wanted to financially profit off of it. My prayers and support still go out to Ticks and Roses because who knows what she was going through personally that would cause her to fabricate something like this to such a large group of people. But here at Playoffs in Love, we have a platform of free-minded and open discussions. So please leave a like and a comment and subscribe to the channel if you liked it. And I'm out.